God is trying us. This is a refrain we hear all the time from believers and devotees and the faithful. This is also a clear case of anthropomorphism. We have teachers and people who put examinations for us. They ask us questions or try us out physically or whichever way to see how effective we will be and how we suitable we will be for a certain post or something. But God doesn't need any such trial. He knows even before the examination is put or the trial is laid. God knows how we are going to respond. But due to our anthropomorphism, we say that God is trying us. We have many crises in life. Health problems, financial problems, and all kinds of problems, relation problems, and so on. And we have to face them. And what devotees do is they pray and make offerings. And if things turn out well, then they say God is kind and God is merciful and God is okay. If things do not go the way we want it to go, then we say, and the devotees say, oh, God is trying us with trials and tribulations. Why so? Why should God try us out when He already knows what we are going to do? Then there is a case of, there are two cases in the Bible. One is that of Abraham and the other is that of Job. In the case of Abraham, God tells him to sacrifice Isaac, his first son. And as Abraham takes the boy up the hill and ties him up for a sacrifice, and as he raises the knife to cut his son's throat, an angel grabs his hand and tells him that God is satisfied with his loyalty. Why should such a step be taken for God to satisfy himself about Abraham's loyalty? Already God knows how Abraham is going to react to God's request for sacrificing his son. It is the same with Job. God is trying him out with all kinds of trials and tribulations, with illnesses and sores and poverty and what even his relations also leave him. All kinds of the worst kind of things you can imagine. But God is loyal. Why does God have to go through all this trouble to try out whether Job is trial? He already knows Job will come through successfully. This is a type of cock and bull stories that religions are made of. There is also another question that arises in this context. There are millions of gods, and people pray to different gods for resolving their issues. But without knowing which God is the right God and which God is effective or which God is able to help us, what is the point in praying to any Tom, Dick and Harry for getting our issues resolved? So these are things we must think, analyze before we spurt out God is trying us. God is beneficial and benevolent and He is just trying us with problems. It would seem that He is wounding us or troubling us only to lay medicine on the wound or to plaster it up. Is it not easier for Him not to wound people than to wound them and then cure them? I hope you will make a you will think about this, what I have said, and then come to your own conclusions. Thank you for listening to me.